So the ERC-20 white paper just dropped, and here's 7 key takeaways that stood out to me. If there's anything I miss or you like the sound of, be sure to let me know down below. So I will say before we start, there's a pretty hefty disclaimer attached to the ERC-20 white paper, so make sure you read that. But it does also say that this is subject to change, so don't take any of it as absolutely solid. Number 1. The Essence token has been cut from a max supply of 5 billion to 1 billion. Shane had previously mentioned the supply would be reduced and hinted at somewhere between 3 and 4 billion. So I think the drop to 1 billion was a huge shock to most of us. Number 2. Essence will be a disinflationary ERC-20 Utility Token, initially launching on the Ethereum Blockchain. So here we go, there's been a ton of speculation on which chain Essence will launch on, and now we know for sure. However, I'll leave the finer details of the E2 folks who are more into crypto than myself. Feel free to let me know any thoughts you have in the comments below too. Number 3. Tier 1 jewels will be capped at 150 million. That's with 69 million having already spawned so far. Now to me that is huge. I've been collecting my jewels daily since the first launch and still have nowhere near enough to fill my own properties and Thyroids fully with tier 3 jewels. Now if we think it takes 9 tier 1 jewels just to create a tier 3 jewel, or 18 tier 1 jewels to create a multicoloured tier 3 jewel, I can see that supply getting used up fast, especially if we get waves of new players coming in who haven't been collecting them for years. Number 4. Only 5 million first generation Thyroids will ever be built. Now just to put that into perspective, there's already 2.2 million first generation Thyroids in existence. So we're pretty much already halfway there before the token or the E2 V1 drop. Now we will see second generation Thyroids, but these won't be able to raid Ether. Instead they will focus on resource occurrence units. Number 5. Civilians will have a maximum supply of 500,000 each. So previously there was no cap, or at least no cap that we knew of, so this is a pretty big deal. Now if you didn't know already, civilians automate the raiding process for us. So this cap essentially limits the number of properties to 500,000 that will be able to initiate auto raiding. Number 6. The first 25,000 tier 2 to tier 1 tile upgrades in each of the land upgrade methods, those being Essence alone, Essence plus red energy, Essence plus yellow energy, Essence plus blue energy, and Essence plus green energy in each country, will receive a permanent boosted base ether spawn. The boosted ether spawn rate on a tier 1 special property will be 5 times the base ether spawn rate. Now that to me is mental, 5 times. Higher than the standard T1, but still less than a T1 plus EDC. So that's a huge bonus, and I have no doubt it will get people using up their Essence for land upgrades and increasing the scarcity of Essence. But it's also going to give a reward to players who have been actively playing and generating those energies, allowing them to get the boosted tiles. Lastly, we have number 7, minigames are coming. To be fair, I think a lot of us knew this from watching the recent E2 V1 gameplay videos. However, what you might not know is there's a new function called broadcasting, which will allow players to broadcast ads to players waiting in lobbies to start minigames on their land, in exchange for withdrawable $E values, although this will require some crafting and such. So that's the main 7 points that stood out to me, although the white paper does contain a ton of other juicy bits. What stood out for you guys? Did I skip any big ones? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an amazing day. Peace out.